The top 10 places in the world to visit in 2023, according to Airbnb. Already dreaming up that 2023 vacation but tired of your usual haunts? Well, wonder no more. Airbnb released a report detailing the top places to visit in 2023, and the list will take you from Bangkok, Thailand to Queenstown, New Zealand. This year Brazil and Australia topped the charts with the most destinations. Perth, Sydney, Melbourne, Florianopolis, Porto Seguro, and Salvador claimed 6 of the 10 spots. Wine countries, sweeping vista views, rich history, outdoor activities, and sumptuous local food abound, so what are you waiting for? Pack those bags. These are top 10 places to visit in 2023. Number 1. Malaga, Spain. This coastal Andalusian city south of Seville has plenty to its name. Birthplace of Picasso. 16 dazzling beaches. Alcántara, one of the region's largest Arab fortresses. Malaga, Spain caters to every traveler, from the art enthusiast to the beachgoer. Spend warm summer evenings ambling through. Number 2. Sydney, Australia. What a better way to live up 2023 than with an adventure down under. You may know Sydney for the iconic Sydney Opera House and Harbour Bridge, but look a little close and you will find a vibrant metropolis brimming with rooftop bars. The Glenmore will give you an in-star-worthy view of the famous Paramount Coffee joint. Want to head to the beach? Sydney has over 100, where you can snorkel, kayak, canoe, paddleboard, and surf, naturally, though if you want the full experience head to the famous Bondi Beach. At Gordons Bay, you will find over 1,000 feet of underwater nature trails with reefs, sand flats, and kelp forest. Where to stay? Apartment with iconic Sydney Opera House view for guests, $208 per night. Harbourside Studio, with stunning views, 2 guests, $248 per night. Studio with private courtyard, 2 guests, $87 per night. Number 3. Melbourne, Australia. Follow the Australian coastline south from Sydney and you will find yourself in Melbourne. That's Melbourne in case you were wondering. The ideal itinerary will take you to the beloved Manchester Press for a morning cup of joe before you explore the electric street art of the city's hidden laneways. Union Lane is not to be missed. After spending out international and local exhibitions and shows, kick back with a julep at Loop Roof, one of Melbourne's many urban gardens. Considered the New York to Sydney's L.A., the art culture, shopping and food scene in Melbourne is constantly changing and ever cool. Where to stay? Chic apartment on St. Kilda Road, 2 guests. $116 per night. Penthouse with city, harbour and ocean views, 8 guests, $380 per night. Skyline View apartment, 4 guests, $132 per night. Number 4. Auckland, New Zealand. If you love the outdoors, Auckland, the New Zealand, might be one of the ultimate destinations. Great Barrier Island is designated an International Dark Sky Sanctuary, which means the area is prime for stargazing. Black sand beaches offer a novel oceanside escape, and hiking trails that lead to graceful waterfalls abound. And don't worry if you're not the rugged outdoorsy type, there are plenty of glamping experiences that go far beyond a cabin in the woods. Beauty, treatments, and ocean views. You can even embark on a whale safari in Hauraki Gulf or spend the day on the island of Wine, also known as Waihoek Island. Where to stay? Graceful Studio near Queen Street, 2 guests. $68 per night. Wynyard Quarter Luxury Apartment, 4 guests, $247 per night. Anzac North Loft Apartment, 8 guests, $383 per night. Number 5. Bangkok, Thailand. Bangkok, Thailand was one of the most searched destinations in 2022, and Airbnb predicts that it will continue to trend into the new year. It's easy to see why. The Chao Phraya River gives the city title of Venice of the East, filled with the majestic architecture of the Grand Palace, ornate temples like Wat Saket Ratchawar Mahaham, its relics, and the Bangkok National Museum. There you can examine art and artifacts ranging from weapons to clothing and precious stones. Make sure to also swing by the country's largest market, Chatuchak Market, which boasts 8,000 stalls of food and goods over 27 acres. Where to stay? Apartment with city view 2 guests, $49 per night. Cozy apartments in Bangkok City Center 5 guests, $98 per night. Duplex loft 10 guests, $486 per night. Number 6. Queenstown, New Zealand. The lakeside city of Queenstown caters to the outdoor enthusiast and wine aficionados alike. Here, hiking and skiing abound, whether you choose a backcountry trek like the Bellman Saddle Hike or private skiing in Soho Basin. Queenstown is the perfect place to beat the heat if you are traveling from the Northern Hemisphere, as ski season runs from June to October. You will find Olympic-sized super pipes and thrilling runs at locations such as Coronet Peak, Treble Cone and Cardrona Alpine Resort. Not a daredevil? The area offers day walks, try the waterfront gardens, and the more challenging Queenstown Hill Time Walk. The reward for trekking 3 hours is a panoramic view. Then there's the wine. Pinot Noir is a Gibbston specialty, and the region is said to be one of the country's more scenic wine-producing valleys, tucked between the Kawarau River Gorge and rugged mountain landscape. Where to stay? Lakeside Masonette 2 guests $240 per night. Little Wanderer Tiny Home 3 guests $260 per night. 3-bedroom apartment with a view 5 guests $349 per night. Number 7. Florianópolis, Brazil. Longing for a South American getaway? Skip São Paulo and head to Florianópolis, a lively coastal state capital in southern Brazil. Lagoa de Conceição promises a rollicking nightlife scene and the historic center plenty of sights and monuments to discover, like Fernando Machado Square, Metropolitan Cathedral and São Francisco de Assis Church. Seeing Florianópolis by bus is a great and efficient way to get to know the city. Be sure to leave time to explore the Mercado Municipal Public Market and walk the Lagania do Leste Trail, which offers peaceful ocean views. Where to stay? Tree House with panoramic view 3 guests $53 per night. Penthouse with beach view 6 guests $127 per night. Beach House Coliseum 12 guests $285 per night. Number 8. Porto Seguro, Brazil. North of Florianópolis is the oceanside village of Porto Seguro, famed for its nightlife, with most of the carousing happening on the bar-lined Passarela do Álcool, which literally translates to alcohol catwalk. Other must-sees? The Porto Seguro Museum is filled with colonial and indigenous artifacts. O Bico, an open-air galleria, is rife with restaurants and eateries, while the restaurant's Rabanete sells food by the pound. For views and photo ops, head to Cidades Histórica in Old Town, where the reward is a view of Porto Seguro's colorful buildings. Where to stay? Seaview Suite 2 guests, $76 per night. Chalet with beach access 6 guests, $64 per night. Ocean Villa 16 guests, $412 night. Number 9. Perth, Australia. In Perth, a sprawling metropolis collides with the Australian outback and white sand beaches. Enjoy snorkeling and surfing or head to Rottnest Island for a run-in with the most adorable herbivorous marsupial, the quokka. Here you can also dive into the area's Aboriginal history through art and cultural experiences hosted by the Noongar people. Cap your day with /Turkish Delight Martini at Hadika, a rooftop garden and urban green space in Perth's East End. Where to stay? East Perth apartment 2 guests, $67 per night. Beachside abode 4 guests, $334 per night. South Perth Forest Shore Retreat 9 guests, $164 per night. Number 10. Salvador, Brazil. Filled with vivid Portuguese colonial architecture, Salvador, Brazil is home to the Pelourinho UNESCO World Heritage Site, consisting of cobblestone streets, multicolored buildings, and the oldest architecture in town, with structures dating back to the 17th and 18th centuries. It also lays claim to the nation's oldest Fort de Santo Antonio de Barra, which comes with beautiful vies, a lighthouse and nautical museum. Visitors can also learn about the local community with a visit to the Afro-Brazilian Museum. Wood carvings, baskets, pottery, art and crafts are on display. Before you leave, be sure to eat at Restaurante do Senac. Lonely Planet calls it the best buy-in buffet in town, dishing up traditional seafood and desserts. Foodies will also enjoy a trip to Hidden Gem Parasol Tropical. Where to stay? Oceanfront Apartment 3 guests, $94 per night. Marina Apartment 3 guests, $470 per night. Luxurious Apartment in Salvador's Old Town 10 guests, $71 per night.